lost her medical records, Donald Trump throws a one-man dance party, and Louis Black tells undecided voters where they can shove their ballots. So let's get right into it with another installment of Indecision 2024. With the election just 3 weeks from today, the latest polls are as close as they can possibly be without touching, which makes it just that much hotter. And the candidates are doing everything they can to gain an advantage. Kamala Harris just taunted Donald Trump by releasing her medical records, and then Trump tried to turn those records against her.
According to her doctor's report, she suffers from urticaria, defined as a rash of round red welts on the skin that itch intensely, sometimes with dangerous swelling. She also has allergic rhinitis and allergic conjunctivitis, a very messy and dangerous situation. These are deeply serious conditions that clearly impact her functioning.
God, she has allergic rhinitis and conjunctivitis? The medical term for hay fever? Is there a priest on call? She doesn't have long. That is how healthy Kamala Harris is. Donald Trump is reduced to calling her allergies a very messy and dangerous situation. Although, in fairness to Trump, in this case, it's a woman sneezing, so that makes it more disgusting. A sneeze is the period of the face. Donald Trump suffers from epidermal fragility, but we don't know anything more because he's never released his medical records. Perhaps one of his minions could explain why that's not a problem?
I saw that Kamala Harris issued her medical records. Congratulations. Donald Trump's health is on display for the entire country every hour of every day. He has more stamina and mental acumen and strength than any political figure probably in the history of the country that I can remember.
Sorry, Donald Trump has more strength and stamina than any politician in history? I'd put $100 on Jimmy Carter taking Trump in a push-up contest today. I don't know, maybe no-riz Harry Potter over here has a point. Trump doesn't need to release his medical records because his health is on full display every day. So let's see him whip out that mental acumen and wag it all around this weekend.
Also, we have many Azure-Asians in our room. We have some incredible people in our room.
Azure-Asians? I can't believe Trump is inventing new races. He doesn't even like the old ones. This is just what we needed. Another chance for Ronnie Chang to be in a movie. Guy's in everything. But obviously, I don't want to hinge Trump's mental health on one word at a rally. He also did a town hall last night.
One of the most notable and honestly strange stretches of the campaign we have seen. A Trump town hall that essentially just stopped in the middle, with him playing music and dancing on stage.
He had only taken about 4 questions in what was supposed to be a town hall, and instead it was just him on stage requesting various songs to be played and dancing for over half an hour.
No idea what just happened. I don't know if he's on edibles or if I'm on edibles. I'm just kidding. I know I'm on edibles. But let me just take a few minutes to walk you through this town hall because, trust me, it's worth it. Trump was doing a town hall with puppy shooter Kristi Noem, and all was well. He took 4 questions, and then a couple of people passed out from the heat. And Trump stopped the Q&A to make sure everyone was okay, which was great, although he was still very Trumpy about it.
They're both okay.
Yes.
They're both in good shape.
That's wonderful.
Would anybody else like to faint?
Anyone else want to pull focus with their medical emergency? Get it out of the way. Calm down, Donald. No one was trying to faint. Trust me, no one wants to have a medical episode in front of Kristi Noem. She's just looking for an excuse to take you to the gravel pit. She cocked her shotgun when she heard Kamala had allergies. But while the staff was attending to the situation, Trump decided to play some music to keep up morale. And this guy really knows what the people want.
So we had a beautiful evening, and I don't know if they can get this song up quickly, but if they could play Ave Maria, if you can get it, Justin, let's go if you can. It's so beautiful, though, right? Listen to that. We have nice music. We're together. Not bad.
Yes.
Not bad.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, everybody, very much.
Wow, Ave Maria, huh? You sure you don't want to get the crowd hyped with some Gregorian chants instead? All right, warming up the crowd, easing them into it, then you hit them with the banger, a different version of the same song.
If my guys can hear me, let's listen to Pavarotti sing Ave Maria. Can you hear that? They gave me the Ave Maria with no voice. Put on Pavarotti singing Ave Maria. Nice and loud. Turn it up louder. We want a little action here. Turn it up louder.
Just lapping it up. Why does Trump know so much about Ave Maria? Was it used in a McDonald's commercial? Man, he really loves that song. Who's going to tell him it's about a virgin? And look at poor Kristi Noem. I gotta say, this is the most I've ever related to her. Because we have all been in a situation where a guy mansplains his Spotify playlist to you. So that was the Pavarotti version. Now let me play you a live version Fish did at Red Rocks. Then poor Kristi tries to get things back on track so she can ask more questions, but Trump was just in full DJ mode.
Let's not do any more questions. Let's just listen to music. Let's make it into a music. Who the hell wants to hear questions, right?
Everyone's always criticizing Kamala for not being specific with her policies. Meanwhile, Trump's like, shh, 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 no questions, no talking. We're just gonna vibe for a while. Just gonna let my body do the talking. And if you're wondering, after 40 minutes of this, did they ever actually get back to answering questions? Almost.
So, this has been an honor tonight. We could do another question or two if you'd like, but probably. Do you want to do one? Do you want to do? Let's go. Let's go. You know, but it ends so beautifully. How about this? We'll play YMCA and we'll go home. Young man, there's no need to feel
a good idea to shut down questions, since I'm pretty sure the next one would have been, hi, sir, what the is going on? For more on the state of this race, let's turn to the Daily Show Election Center with Michael Kosta. Michael, how can Trump be acting this unhinged and not be dropping in all the polls?
It's simple, Desi. It's what we in the polling business call the scary to funny ratio. You see, everyone can tell that Trump is clearly losing his mind, which can be scary. But as long as it's more funny than scary, then it's fine. For example, last week Trump lied about FEMA's hurricane response, and now armed men are trying to murder FEMA workers. Terrifying. But he also jerk-off danced to Ave Maria for 40 minutes, which is pretty funny, so it balances out all the murder.
Shouldn't balance out. He also threatened to shut down the entire news outlets if he gets elected.
Yeah, and that's so scary, right? He wants to ban networks like ABC, but then he called that reporter George Slopadopoulos, which is hilarious. So maybe we should ban ABC. See, the ratio works.
How can voters think like that? Something can be funny and scary at the same time.
Well, actually, no. Voters can only handle one feeling at a time. We're simple creatures. It's like when I saw baboons at the zoo this weekend. Man, they're scary. But then you see that their butts are red, and that is so funny.
So Trump just gets away with all this?
Oh, no. It works for Biden, too. Remember, for a while, it seemed like he was cognitively impaired, which is super scary for a president, right? But then he fell off a bike, and not even a moving bike, a parked bike. And that is undeniably hilarious. So we let him keep the nuclear codes. Maybe he'll nuke that bike, right? It's just fun. But then, at the debate, Biden stopped being funny, and that threw off the ratio. And that's when it got scary.
Okay. So what if Kamala Harris told a few jokes?
Oh, no. The ratio doesn't work for women. Voters won't accept that. Yuck.
Okay. But last week, Trump threatened to use the military against Americans, calling them the enemy within. I mean, surely that's only scary.
Yes, 100%. And our model here showed that made him lose the swing states and then lose the election. But then he said the word Azure-Asians. So the model now shows Trump winning the election by 900 electoral votes.
No, that model is crazy, Kosta.
It is crazy, but in a funny way. I mean, look, I put Greenland in it. That's so funny.
I mean, yeah, that is kind of funny.
Right? It's like, how did it get there? Anyway, I got to go to the hospital and get my Mpox vaccine. I got bitten by a baboon at the zoo, so.
Oh, my God, Michael, that's so scary.
It is scary until I saw my big red butt.